Hey everyone, Jenna Cook, Norwex Independent Sales Consultant. I'll give everybody a couple of minutes to get logged in here. It'll take a little bit of time. As you log in, if you could please cope with the fact that I'm the only person that has caught a July cold, well, besides my son. So please excuse my voice. I'll be probably coughing and all sniffling the whole time, but I'll be feeling better hopefully in no time. Wiping everything down with my Norwex, that's for sure. So, again, my name's Jenna Cook. I'm a Norwex independent sales consultant, and I started selling Norwex in November of 2018. I had been a long-time customer, and my friend who had sold it to me, I'd known her since I was in the 6th grade. And she said, Jenna, you love to talk to people about it. You bring me so many customers. You know, you're a stay-at-home mom who couldn't use a little bit of extra money. You know, do you want to try it? And I hem-hawed about it. And there was like a reduced qualification. And I said, let's do it. And I am loving it. I enjoy the time talking to people and teaching people how to make their homes, as Norwex calls them, a safe haven. So reducing the number of toxic chemicals in your home. So, and then you can clean 90% of your home using just cloth and water, which also simplifies things. And if you're cleaning for less time, reducing the time and reducing the amount of trips to the store to buy paper towels and reducing the number of trips for window cleaner and those sort of different things. You know, you have a one-time purchase of a window cloth, and you don't have to buy any more window cleaner. So that makes that $19 sound like a really sound investment when you think of the life you'll get out of that cloth. But we'll talk about all of that as well. So I want to thank Lori for hosting and having me come live to you, her friends and family. And I also thank Melissa, who is how I met her Aunt Lori. So as you come in, if everybody could comment, and in the last few parties I've been having issues with my comments not showing up. So if Melissa or Lori, one of you could please, if anybody asks a question, if you could send me a message in Facebook Messenger with the question, just so in case this is acting up, which Facebook does that to me. So I don't know if it's my old computer or if it's Facebook, but let's blame Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg's in on this, you know, so. Again, thanks for taking a little bit of time out of your day, carving it out, and spending it here with me. So, what is Norwex? What makes Norwex special? Norwex is a company that started in 1994. There was a gentleman named Bjorn, and Bjorn had an issue with bugs on the front of his car and finding an effective way to remove those bugs. And that is where what was originally called the Little Red Cloth was born, which is now known as the EnviroCloth, when it comes in a whole bunch more colors than red. But he went to a trade show and showed these cloths, and people were buying them like crazy because they worked. So microfiber in and of itself has the ability to remove 99% of bacteria from the surface. But what makes Norwex special, beyond the fact that it is the gold standard in microfiber, the North American standard for calling a cloth microfiber is that each strand must be 1/6 the size of a human hair. And 1/6 is super small if you think about one single hair from your head. Well, Norwex EnviroCloth is 1/200th the size of a human hair. So crazy, crazy small. So that means that in this one cloth alone, and this is the EnviroCloth, this is like, if you start out and are going to have Norwex, you want to buy the EnviroCloth and the window cloth, which come in the basic package. Saves you a couple of dollars if you bundle those together, about $35. But I call them, you know, Batman and Robin, and, you know, they're like a total tag team. So in this one cloth, if I were to take Lori just north, we went on a road trip, and I took her to the north of the Canadian border, and I said, hey, Lori, why don't you hop out and grab us a snack? And I decide to speed off while she's holding one end of this cloth. If we unraveled this cloth, By the time Lori's calling me and I'm headed down back into the States, down through the Dakotas, all the way down, and I hit the Gulf and she's still up there in her North Face jacket freezing, and I'm down with my feet in the sand. Lori's probably never going to travel with me again if I did this, but I'm still holding on to the other end. That's how many miles of this one cloth can unwound reach. Now, why would we unwind a cloth? We sure wouldn't, because it works great cleaning powers when it's put together. But the other special thing about this cloth is that it has backlock technology, and that is something that is special to Norwex. And what backlock is it is liquid silver embedded into the cloth. So when the cloth is being weaved, the cloth and the silver are combined. And sometimes people will ask, well, does that silver, go away, rinse down the drain over time? Do you lose that silver? You do not. It's just like if you were making a cup of coffee, which I have one here because I'm crazy and still drinking coffee. I had a kid with a fever in the middle of the night, so still drinking coffee this hour. When you put your cream and your coffee together, can you get your cream back out of your coffee once you've poured it in? No. Once it's together, it's together. It's the same thing with the silver. But what does that silver do? That silver is the backlock is for self-cleansing purposes. Now, when I say self-cleansing, when I first heard that before I was sewing, I said, oh my goodness, this cloth walks to the laundry and it jumps in and it washes itself. That is amazing. Okay, it does not do that. Please don't be fooled. What it does do is, if you've ever gotten a washcloth or a dishcloth out in the morning and you just do a couple of things, maybe you wipe down your counters and do a couple of dishes and you hang it up on the sink edge and you come back at lunchtime and it's starting to smell. And by 8 o'clock at night, you think, what in the world did I wipe with this cloth? And why does it smell so bad? Well, that's about buildup of bacteria. So here's what this cloth does. The microfiber is so fine that it holds on to those bacteria. It removes them from a surface. So what happens is that the silver, when you wipe something up and you clean it and you take this and you put it under the water, hot water, and you rub it against itself and you agitate and get all of the, particles, debris, whatever you've wiped up off. And you wring it out as tight as you can and as dry as you can. And then you hang it up by the tag, and we'll talk about the tag in a second. And you hang it up by the tag and it dries for 24 hours. The backlock goes to work. The bacteria has nothing to eat because bacteria cannot grow on silver, and therefore this one cloth. So I had a party 3 days ago and I used this cloth. I then used it to wipe down some other things in the house, and I'm using it again today for the party. So this cloth is getting me so far 4 days, and I will probably use this for about 3 more. Typically I get about a week out of an Enviro cloth. Of course, if I'm doing a much dirtier job, maybe I won't get as long, but I'm telling you, even when I wash these, they don't smell. Same thing with our kitchen cloths, which people are absolutely love for wiping down their counters, and the kitchen towel for drying dishes. They don't get that nasty stink. Eventually they will stink if you use them for a long time, but my grandma said to me, she called me and said, honey, I've been using the same one for 2 months. Now my grandma cooks. She cooks dinner for her and my uncle and her boyfriend almost every day. She cooks, and she just says, I'm not going to wash it if it doesn't stink. I said, Mama, you're taking proper care of your cloth. So that's the backlock. So let's talk about here on the cloth. And Melissa and Laurie, I don't know if you were logged in at the beginning here. If you guys could, if anybody asks a question, if one of you could text that or Facebook message that to me. Sometimes my messages don't pop up for I don't know why. So if you guys would do that, that would be awesome. But it looks like maybe either nobody's commented yet or I can't see it. So each cloth, so it might be a little intimidating at first. Maybe you order 3 cloths and you say, okay, wait, now the purple one is this, and well, wait, she used her pink one. Don't worry about colors. Everything comes in a whole bunch of different colors. Here's what you want to worry about. What does the tag say? So the tag's very important in Norwex for hanging and letting the cloth properly dry, because letting it properly dry is very important. But it will tell you this is a Norwex cloth. And then it will also tell you which cloth it is. Here we have Enviro cloth. So, and it also has here backlock. So not all the cloths have backlock, and there's a reason for that. I'll talk about the fruit and veggie scrub cloth in a minute. It does not have backlock because it has nylon little scrubbies in it, and they can't have both. So that's the reason why. But again, I use mine for about 2-3 weeks, washing fruits, veggies, produce, all that, and wring it out really tight, scrub it against itself, hang it to dry. And I still don't need to wash it that often, but in any case. So that's what we have here. So another thing to remember about the Enviro cloth. So again, this is the #1 most basic, but what you want to start with if you're new to Norwex. This cloth, what can an Enviro cloth do? What can I clean with an Enviro cloth? And this is a very easy way to remember it. Enviro cloth starts with E. What else starts with E? Everything. What can I use my Enviro cloth for? Everything. So my first go-to for any project. Did somebody get a scuff on my wall? Was there some sort of bathroom accident? Whatever it may be, whatever job you're cleaning up, this is my go-to first. So something important to know about the Enviro cloth. When you're using it, I recommend that you fold it in half. Excuse my sniffles again, I have a cold. And in half again, okay? And so you now have 8 clean sides to use before you have to go back to the sink and rub this against itself. So that's saving you time, saving you walking. Again, simplicity is important to me. I have 2 kids. I have a 3.5-year-old, a 14-month-old, and a husband. And sometimes that means I have a 33-year-old. But just kidding. He's sweet. He can be messy, but he's sweet. So you want to be able to just get the job done and get it done right. You know, you ever have your doorbell ring and you think, oh my gosh, who just showed up? When was the last time I wiped underneath the toilet seat, in my powder room? And you're thinking all these things. Well, you know what? Simplicity. That doorbell rings, you can grab this, wet it really fast, and get to the door before that person walks away, if you want to let them in. So that's kind of cool. Now, so you just fold this up, and then you have all these different sides. So what am I going to show you what we can do with this cloth? I'm going to show you an example of why this has such a great power to pick up. Now I'm going to sidetrack for just 1 second and talk to you about, let me just make sure nobody has messaged me. Okay, good. I'm going to sidetrack and show you another product because I'm going to do a demonstration on this product as my flat surface. So I like to cook a lot, and I probably cook 5 days a week at least, sometimes 6. Just depends how much the kids and my husband want pizza. But I used to use this cutting board right here. And nothing wrong with this cutting board. I liked the way you could pick it up, curl it, dump your veggies, all those sort of things. What I didn't like about it is the juices of whatever you cut ran off because it's so thin. But the other thing I noticed, and I don't know why I didn't notice this until I started selling Norwex and until I found this superior product, but if you can see all these little knife marks. And I started to think, well, where are these little pieces of plastic going? And where are they going? I'm pretty sure that my family was eating this. So, okay, all the comments just started to pop up. So, hi, Lori, and thank you for telling me. I do hope I feel better too. So these cut marks. So I'm eating plastic. Okay, so why use this when there's a better product? And again, that's the reason that I love Norwex. It's not that something is just, you know, maybe two things do the same thing. The Enviro cloth and this do the same thing, minus the fact that one is cleaning chemically and one is cleaning mechanically. This kills bacteria, this removes bacteria. So if it can be done, how much is a 3 or 4 pack of these at Costco or Sam's Club or Target? They're not cheap. One Enviro cloth, you're talking $20. So less than $20 actually. So it's an investment up front of $20, but you aren't going to the store to buy these. And also something else that you're not doing is this. Let me quickly read to you. Precautionary statements, hazards to humans and domestic animals. I'm a human, so that's concerning to me. Here's another thing. Most people don't know the proper use and instructions of these. I've been to so many parties where people say, I never read the back of that container. Because why would you? Because what do? You just pull it out, you just wipe it. That's it. It's clean. That's not what it is. We have wipe surface to be disinfected. Use enough wipes for treated surface to remain visibly wet for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. How many of these is it going to take to stay wet for 4 minutes? Now here's another thing. Let's see here. Wipes, wait, hold on. Where is it? Oh, here we go. For surfaces that may come in contact with food, so we're talking about your countertop, your cutting board, those sort of things, a potable water rinse is required. So now you have to wipe things down again. This product is not for use on dishes, glassware, or eating utensils. So the problem is that you can't make your kid's peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the counter after you use this. And you think it's clean, but it's not. It's not food safe. Food safe, water and cloth. So again, why spend the money when you don't have to? See ya. Anyways, back to my cutting board dilemma. So I wondered what I was doing. I was eating this plastic. Studies have shown that newborn babies, and you think newborn babies are so fresh and new and so perfect, and while I don't disagree, I think they're all wonderful and beautiful in their own right, the average baby they've tested has been born with over 200 different chemicals in their cord blood. That's how much we are being exposed pretty much everywhere. So if you can reduce it in your home, let's go ahead. So that cutting board, other than to show you, is no longer in circulation. And here's why. Here's what I use. This is the Norwex cutting board. What is awesome about this cutting board is a whole lot of things, and I'll quickly tell you. We have a laser drilled hole if you want to hang it somewhere. We have a nice deep ridge, so you're cutting a pineapple and the juices are flowing. Your juices are getting caught in the ridge. Same thing, maybe cutting chicken, anything like that. The other thing that bothered me about the other one is that it slid around. This one's not going to slide around on you because we have this rubber backing. Finally, the coolest part about it is that when you're cutting with a knife, and say you do nick it, which I've been using this one for 6 months, and there are no nicks in it, but this is made from food-grade rice husks. So this is safe for your family. This is safe for you, your family, and that's why it's a better product in my opinion. This is the small size. There's also a large size, so awesome, awesome, awesome. So now I'm going to show you about the EnviroCloth removing from a surface. So I'm going to tilt this down, and please excuse my nightshirt here. Excuse me. I'm going to take a piece of, Norwex calls this the raw chicken demo. I call it the raw pork demo because I don't know if anybody else can say pork is cheaper than chicken. So I'm going to take this piece of pork, raw pork, and I'm going to rub these juices on there and yuck up my cutting board. And go ahead and get rid of that. Now, I'm going to take, this is what health inspectors would be using in a restaurant, testing surfaces, you know, where they're making your sandwiches and whatnot. Are they wiping it? Is it clean? These are called ProClean. These are to test for protein residue. So what has protein in it? Peanut butter, nut butters. I could use an egg for this demonstration. I can use meat. I could also take this test strip and test underneath your toilet seat, and if there was protein, which would mean urine present, it would test, and it would fail the test for that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this open. I'm going to wipe this on the surface where I just used my pork gunk, put it back in. Now there are several levels of passing and fail. I'm sorry, there's only one level of passing, and there's several levels of failing. Green is passing, and failing is gray, dark purple, and regular purple. So I can already see the tip of this is turning purple, but we'll give that a second, and I'm going to come back to this. So I'm going to set it right here for you. Now I'm going to take my Enviro cloth, and again, I'm going to just wipe the surface. Okay, that's all I did. Wipe it and set the cloth here. Use another clean protein test, swab test. I'll wipe the cloth just for dramatic effect. And same spiel. Going to squeeze it, get all the liquids down there. And this is green. Green is passing. We are currently at a level of gray on this one. We're green over here. If I give this a couple of minutes, because that pork was actually a little bit dry, I had it sitting in a baggie on my counter for most of the day, because we're not eating it, so who cares? But this, by the end of the party, will be dark purple, and this one will remain green. So we can come back and show you that if you'd like. So that is cool. Now, what is that showing you? There's no bacteria, protein still present on this. So what can I do? No pork, no yuck. It's dirty now because I licked it, but it was clean. So that'll get washed, especially because I have a cold. Let's talk about what we can do together, which is the Enviro cloth and the window cloth, and how can they work together and make your life simple. So the Enviro cloth, like I said, is great for removing dirt, debris, again, bacteria, of course, but this is your go-to first. But you have a surface that you want to shine, your windshield, your chrome, your stainless fixtures, mirrors. So that's where you want to use the window cloth. The window cloth, and again, comes in many colors, but you have no doubt we have Norwex, backlock technology, and window cloth. So this comes in purple, it comes in bird pattern. There's all sorts of different things, depending on, you know, what's the special or anything. Excuse me. So what do we do with this? Well, I'm going to show you with this mirror here. I'll try not to blind you guys. I have a little bit of butter, and the butter is going to simulate the bugs on your windshield, the toothpaste that your children, grandchildren, husband, whoever, you know, gets all over the mirror. This is the gunk. You do not need butter to clean your windows at home. This is just for an example, and I only say that because I had somebody ask once at an in-home party, and I said, oh my goodness, you are so sweet. No, you do not need butter to clean your windows. So I'm going to take the butter. Excuse me, my strings. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe about as even an amount as I can. And I'm going to grab a little wipe here to wipe my hands. All right. So what's with the butter? What's this girl doing here? So I'm going to show you that using this same cloth that we just used. Yes, the window cloth is amazing, Lori. I find, like, we have a stainless steel cloth that Norwex sells, but I find just as effective to use my Enviro cloth and my window cloth. I already own it, so I don't need to buy another different product for it. So I'm going to go ahead and take, again, this is the same Enviro cloth that I've been using, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wipe. I'll use the side that has a little bit more butter. That's what I'll do. And I'm going to wipe up the butter. And again, this is the same cloth I used for my pork demo. Okay, I got the butter off. Now I'm going to take my window cloth, and normally I would fold this, but I'm just trying not to get butter on it. And I will wipe it. And I think you can all see we have a clean mirror. There's no streaking. It looks great. Now the other side, we're going to use paper towels, and in this case I have Easter egg pattern paper towels because Aldi had them for 49 cents a roll. Let's go ahead and just do 2 select size paper towels, and I have some unnamed excuse me, window cleaner. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh man, I just got that all over my keyboard. Oh well, and all over the mirror, so we'll have to wipe that up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start wiping the mirror. Okay, see, now it's getting butter on the other side of my mirror. Okay, I'm going to turn the paper towel. Okay. Looks like I've got most of it up, but we'd be safe to say that doesn't look clean yet. So we would need another paper towel and we would need more window cleaner. But why do that? Because the same cloth that we just used still has the ability to pick up even more. So I'm going to wipe this side again since I accidentally got butter from this side on it. And I'm going to wipe this side. And now I'm going to go ahead and shine this all up again. This window cloth is for polishing, shining up your surfaces. And look at that. I have 2 clean sides, both ready to go, and I will be able to use this again at my next party, and it's all set. So that is the power of that cloth. So some people keep just one of these in their glove box, but the only thing you don't want to use this on is like anti-glare surfaces. We have an optic scarf for things that have anti-glare. So maybe your sunglasses, or if you have prescription eyewear, you want to use the optic scarf, which is a similar material, a little bit more silky. It's what I use to clean my computer screen, my smartphone. It's got a nice little clip on it, so you can attach it to the inside of your purse, outside of your purse, keychain, whatever you want. My dad wears his on his keychain, which he wears his keys on a carabiner on his waist. He's a bit of a nerd, but hey. So that's an awesome product as well. Now, so we've gone over our pork and our butter, and I am going to talk to you now about hair, and I can show you now we're getting even more purple. So we still have our green is passing, and we have our purple. So let's talk about Norwex cleaning paste, which is my jam. I love the cleaning paste. I use it for so many different things. I believe I posted in the group the 20 listed uses for cleaning paste, but I have found so many: golf clubs, car rims, bathtub soap scum, glass shower doors. It's kind of my like little joke that, you know, I'm like the grandpa or the dad from my big fat Greek wedding that, you know, every time anything happens, he takes window cleaner and he sprays it and is like basically, oh, you're all better. That's like me with the cleaning paste. Oh, okay, you broke your leg, here's some cleaning paste. Okay, but not quite, but really. Cleaning paste comes in this size tub. It's $29.99. The average consumer, this lasts for 2 years. I use it like crazy, and a tub lasts me about a year. So I just opened this one very recently. It's got a nice, light, refreshing smell. So it has, I'll read you the active ingredients because I always joke that it sounds like a pastry. Active ingredients: marble flour, natural soap, and traces of coconut oil. So minus the soap, it sounds like a pastry. No phosphates, poisons, or acids. Biological and environmentally and skin friendly. I don't wear gloves to use this. I've seen consultants lick this. I don't really like to lick soap. It reminds me of when my grandma would put soap in my mouth when I would say naughty words when I was little. So we don't want me to have PTSD from that. So, excuse me. I'm going to take this cleaning paste. Now, if you order the cleaning paste, I want to be clear. It's called a paste, but like if yours comes and you think, oh, mine's dried up, it's very dry. It's almost chalk. I wish they called it cleaning chalk. That's just on my finger there. But what you do is you take the cleaning paste, and I always start with my EnviroCloth. Again, because, let me fold this back up. We have other more abrasive options to use. Say you're doing something a little more stubborn, but let's start with the lightest, least grit, whatever you want to call it. And you just take the EnviroCloth and you want to run it across the cleaning paste surface. So there's like 3 swipes. There we have some. Now what am I going to do with this cleaning paste? I'm going to show you that this is my kitchen floor. This is not my entire kitchen floor, but my kitchen floor is like a composite bamboo, whatever. And I have written in permanent marker, hi Lori. Now if you came home and you saw this on your floor, you would think, oh dear Lord, I have to remove my entire floor. I have to remove that board. It's going to look like that for the next 20 years because I am not going to spend the money to do that. Here you go. Don't fret, it can be fixed. So I'm just going to do this in my hand, and I'm just going to remove the high from high, Lori. And I'm sorry, I have to turn this around because I can't hold it from that angle and do that. So if you need more, you can go back to your cleaning paste. Again, you don't need to wipe your cloth or do anything. Just go back, scrub it across again. I've got it almost gone, but I'm going to go ahead and get just a little bit more. All right. Wipe it. Now we just have Lori. So don't fret, don't sweat. I got it all off there. What else do you say this cleaning paste can do? And again, with any product, you want to test in an inconspicuous spot first, just to make sure that it is safe on whatever your surface is. This is my bathroom tile. And in permanent marker, I have written no snap, because that's what one of the many things you may say if you found some sort of scuff, mark, or otherwise on your floor. So again, same thing. So I'm using the exact same spot. I am going to, I'll tilt the camera down so you guys can see me scrub. All right. And again, swipe across the cleaning paste. And we're going to get rid of the O in O snap. And I find that it's actually even easier to get it off the tile than it is the wood, but it's not like I'm working that hard. There you go. It is awesome, isn't it, Lori? I just love this stuff. I mean, I really can't. I found very few things that I can't get it to work on, and if that's the case, I'm like, wonder what that is. So there you go, guys. Another use for the cleaning paste, if you have a glass stovetop, which used to be the bane of my existence, I absolutely said to my husband, I have to get a gas stove. I can't do this glass electric stovetop. But he's talked me off the ledge. You know, I'm selling Norwex, and now I have a solution. I used to use this product, and it worked okay. Got most of the burned on stuff off. But again, if I read the back of it, it has very, very similar to the disinfectant wipes. Eye and skin irritant, keep out of reach of children, do not swallow, do not get in eyes, wear safety glasses and gloves, because, I mean, everybody does that, right? First aid treatment, if you do that, I mean, really, I don't need this. I don't need this because now I have my cleaning paste that I bought once, and now I can use it for 972 different things. I have a piece of silver here, and again, this isn't my finest, you know, family heirloom. If it was, and I know that Melissa's mom bought the Enviro towel, which is like the polishing cloth for finer things like this. So say you have a classic car and you want to polish the chrome bumper or anything, you don't want to make sure there's no swirl marks. You're not going to use the cleaning paste. But because this isn't my finest piece, I'm going to go ahead and just use my Enviro, swipe across with my cleaning paste, and you're going to see, I'll find you a good spot of some tarnish. Here we go. We have some right here in the crack. So I'm going to clean that whole area. Oops, wrong way. You can see where I just cleaned the other day at a party right next to that. So let me wipe this here. And again, test on an inconspicuous spot. If this is like something really, really special and you're worried about the, you know, maybe some smears or some rings that marble flour may create. Sorry. And it's clean. Wrong way. There we go. And you can see a line straight down where this is still dirty, and that is nice and clean. So that's the cleaning paste. Again, I could talk about the cleaning paste for days. I've lost my lid. There it is. But I love the cleaning paste. So here we go on to the next thing. So cleaning paste, really quick. I just said I could go on for days and I was done talking, but I'm not done talking. One more thing. The cleaning paste can be also used like the inside of your oven. Some people have self-cleaning ovens, which I don't like my house to be stinky, smoky, run at 400 degrees for what, like 6 hours or however many hours that runs. I'd rather just get in there, wipe it out with an Enviro cloth, and if you need something more abrasive, you have the Spironet, which comes in a 2-pack. You've probably seen something similar to these at the store that you can buy. However, if you leave them on your sink ledge or the back of your sink, they will rust. These ones will not rust. So you can get a 2-pack of these. I believe they're just about $6, $7 for a 2-pack. And there's another product that comes also in a 2-pack, which is what I use on my glass stovetop. And this is called the Spira sponge, excuse me. And this is what I use in the glass stovetop. It's great. So we have least abrasive, the Enviro cloth, next abrasive to the most abrasive of the Norwex products that you would use. Often not talked about, but important to quickly mention is something that Norwex has, a 2-pack, the micro cleaning hand pad, excuse me, hand pads. These are like well, I'll just show you and you'll know, because I can't use name brands, but Magic somethings that bald-headed guy sells on TV. Except those ones contain harmful things like formaldehyde and a couple of other different things that aren't good for your skin, and these do not. So I had a customer whose husband, when those products originally came out, thought that they were a skincare product in the shower, and he rubbed them all over his legs, like as if it was like a soap product or a loofah or something, and he got a rash all over his legs. So that doesn't sound like you really want to be having that all over your hands. These ones are safe for you. So 2-pack of these, and they're a great product as well. So get all these things out of here. So like I said, if you want to clean your oven out, again, I used to use this, and I won't bore you with the details. It has the same scary instructions on the back about, you know, wearing your hazmat suit and, you know, all of those things. So yeah, cleaning paste is my jam, Lori. So get these out of the way. Let's see. I am going to talk to you guys about dusting, but since I have a raw carrot in front of me right now, that makes it at the front of my mind. I have this carrot here. And what's she going to do with the carrot? This carrot's pretty funky. It's been in my fridge for a while, but totally still good. I have the Norwex fruit and veg scrub cloth, and I am a big fan of this. Like I said, I like to cook a lot, and this, you know, some people will say, well, you peel the skin off of a carrot, so why do you need to wipe it first? Well, if you think about it a little bit, slow down and think about it a little bit further, is that blade that you're taking across the surface is touching the outside, and then it's touching the inside. So you're still leaving, whether it's pesticides, whether it's bacteria, dirt, whatever it is. I don't want to eat any of those things, so I scrub it first. Now, I find that with a carrot in particular, if I use the fruit and veggie scrub cloth, it almost peels the carrot to the point where I just don't even do that. I just cut it up and use it in a recipe. So again, you see this carrot and you see all its lovely imperfections. And I'm going to go ahead and I wet this cloth because I cleaned potatoes for dinner before. I'm going to go ahead and just clean the bottom here. And again, I'm just kind of running my hand over it. And there are two sides to this cloth. One side is like not really scratchy, and the one side is kind of scratchy. I'm using the scratchy side. The other side I would use for like something more delicate, you know, if I was wiping down, you know, portobello mushrooms or something like that. Let's just go ahead and show you. Here is the tip of that carrot, and you can see it looks really pretty as opposed to its brother end there that looks So I can't taste anything with this cold. How awful. Anywho, clean carrot. So, ever get a chance, look up the list of the dirty dozen, they call them, of the worst fruits and vegetables as far as, you know, what you need to clean. So, I even wipe down avocados, things like that. Again, your knife is cutting through from the outside into the flesh of the I don't know, is an avocado a fruit or a vegetable? I think it's a vegetable as far as I go, because fruit is sweet, but they say tomato, I say tomato, whatever. So that's another product. Okay, back to dusting. And I only have a couple more minutes here with you guys, and then I will let everybody get going and looking at the catalog and whatnot. We have now I have carrot in my throat, the Norwex dusting mitt. A lot of cool things about this, but my favorite is that there's no lemon scented product involved. There's no this involved that I used to think was great. I hope that we are still connected because my computer just said trying to reconnect. This, I used to use to dust my ceiling fans, and I'd be like, oh, look how clean my ceiling fans are. And then I would say, but look how dirty my bed sheets are. Now I have to wash them. How sad. So don't use this anymore. I use the dusting mitt. So the way that this works is that it works on static electricity, basically. You want to take it off, rub it against itself, or put it on your hand and rub it against the carpet. I think I lost Lori. I hope we are still live. Let me type and see if Lori's here, because it says I'm still live. Are you still here, Lori? I'm still going for a couple more minutes. Internet issues. Okay, let's see. Okay, good. Can you see me? I guess that's more important. And hear me. Technology. There we go. All right, so it sounds like we're good. It sounds like Lori can hear me. It's just spinning a circle in front of my eyes, but I can ignore that. So the dusting mitt. So again, this is microfiber, so you're going to remove 99% of bacteria from the surface. But again, build up that static charge, and those dust particles will cling. I have very, very dark wood furniture, and it just grabs onto the dusting mitt, which is great. So say you clean up, you have this all on the dusting mitt. When you're done, I take the Norwex rubber brush. You can also go outside, clap your hands together. You can hit it off the side of your house, however you want to do it. But I like to take the rubber brush, just dust this down, and it'll come all right off. I use this for my mop system as well. So that's very cool. Now you can also use this wet, and you can clean your window screens. So this will clean your window screens from the inside and the outside. You don't need to go out, or you don't have to take them out. The fiber is long enough that it will reach through, and it will clean that whole thing. So just wet this down. I mean, this will be black, black, black. It will be so dark, and you won't believe all the pollen and dirt and everything that you get. But much easier way to clean your window screens, because nobody looks forward to that. Excuse me. So that's awesome. The other dusting wizard is the Enviro wand. It's got these long little nubbies. This is what I use for my ceiling fan now. Hard to reach bookshelves, any sort of nook and cranny that you just can't quite get to. Cool thing about this, it bends to whatever shape you want, wherever you're going, and that's great. Another cool thing is that you can pop off the handle and you can put it on the mop handle, which I didn't grab my mop, so it's upstairs. Anywho, so that means that you can reach like really, really, really high up if you have a two-story entryway or something that you need to reach a light to get some cobwebs off or whatever. So that's very cool. Finally, I would like to talk to you guys about laundry. Excuse me. And since I did just really quickly talk about the mop, I'll go ahead and show you, even though I don't have the handle with me right now, about the mop pads that come with the mop. If you get the mop, which hopefully Miss Lori is going to get, this is the floor dry pad, and again, comes in different colors, but it does say on the handle, this is going to pick up chicken nugget crumbs. It's not going to pick up a chicken nugget, but the mop system is pretty miraculous. It picks up a lot, but I use this on my mop in a figure-8 motion. Pretend this is actually attached to my mop, and go around, which just keeps all of the crumbs and whatnot kind of centered in the room for you. There's that. Then it comes with the wet pad. I wet this underneath the sink. I take it, I roll it, I squeeze the water out. Let me get to the bottom so you can see. And I squeeze the water out and get it not dry, but I don't want water just soaking on my floors. And then I wipe. I go with the grain on my wood floor. Whatever works for you, but that's removing 99% of bacteria from the surface of your floor. Two other mop heads that you can get separately. This is the ceramic and tile one. It has a little bit of that nylon built into it, so it helps get into the, the crevices of the ground. I put this on my mop head, and then I actually use it in my shower to get the tops where I have some tile. So really, really cool. Now, you have a dog, cat, I don't know, ferret, whatever kind of animal you have. If it sheds hair, you are going to want to get the chenille mop pad head. I have a friend who has an Alaskan Malamute, and this is a lifesaver. My brother has a chocolate lab. Just absolutely loving this to corral that animal hair. So, and again, I use the rubber brush to get all the debris off right into the trash can. Makes it so much easier. And those don't need washed very often either. Just hang them to dry, and they'll do their thing. So let's talk about laundry real quick, and then we're going to be done for the evening, other than anybody that wants to get shopping. So I have 3 different detergents here for you. We have, this is America's #1 seller. Sorry, too close. It's got some sediment. It is separated. It looks yucky. This is also an America's top 3 seller. This one was a powder. This one was a pod. This one gagged me when I made it because of this really strong smell. And this is your Norwex that looks like water. And so each one of these has enough in it for well, what I like about it is it has no scent. For something to be clean, it doesn't have to smell like anything, and that's sometimes the hardest thing for a lot of people to get past when they switch to using Norwex, is that clean doesn't have a smell. Toxic fragrances and things like that do have a smell, but everybody always says that's laundry detergent. How does that even last? How many loads do you get out of this bag? So if you look at the label, it says 66 standard loads and 100 HE loads. I find that that's not accurate, because with Western Pennsylvania hard water, I only need to use about 2 teaspoons. So it comes with a scoop in here that is too big for me, and I get rid of this scoop. It's too much. I use a teaspoon. I use 2 of these. For a super load, I use 2 of these, and my clothes are clean. So take some time to work on this, adjust it just a little bit. If you have soft water, you're going to need even less. But you spend money on things, you might as well get what you pay for. Something else that's cool about it, again, ultra concentrated. So there's not a whole bunch of fillers. Fillers in other products that are powders, animal bones, stones. I mean, I don't need those to clean my clothes. So we have no phosphates, SLS or SLES, no chlorine or bleach, no fillers, no optical brighteners, no animal testing, dyes, or fragrances. So this is the stuff. Plus, it comes to your door, so you don't have to walk through Costco with 2 huge jugs, filling up your space with all those paper towels, which you don't need as many now because you're going to get the Norwex counter cloths to help you clean up those spills and dry your hands and whatnot, which I have right here. Again, Norwex counter cloth is the size of a Selecta-size paper towel. And it is absorbent. If I had my water cups down here, I would show you. If I had a 1/4 cup of water in each cup, this would soak up that 1/4 cup and still have some dry spots on it. It would take 7 Selecta-size paper towels to soak up that same amount. Again, save yourself money, right? I mean, if it isn't that you want to save the environment, if it isn't that you want to worry about the chemicals in your home, I'm sure these are things you care about. But save yourself time from going to the store. Save yourself money from something that you just wipe up stuff and throw in the garbage can. So that's our detergent. 2 other quick laundry products, and then we are done. We have the microfiber cleaner and laundry booster. This is great. Hard water buildup clogs the fibers eventually in your microfiber. You may notice that as you've used cloths for a number of I guess, years, it depends on how hard your water is, excuse me, that you, that maybe it's repelling water a little bit. That can be from buildup. So this is a product that helps release that buildup. You just soak a gallon of water, hot water, to a scoop of this, and it is impressive what you will get out of your cloths. I will post some pictures of what I've gotten out of cloths. I've soaked some sports activewear in this. So I add this to like loads of bed sheets and things like that, but you could add this to every load of laundry if you wanted. But it also has natural orange peels in it, and it smells really good. Finally, dryer balls, which reduce drying time, help reduce static. I do everything on low heat now. 3 dryer balls come in a pack. These are wool dryer balls. What is special about those? Melissa, I posted about these, but the wool dryer balls are great. We also have a rubber dryer ball, whatever your preference is. And a lot of people ask me, are they loud? They are not loud. I can run the dryer after the kids go to bed. Doesn't disturb anybody. But what I like the wool better than the rubber. The reason is you can add, if you want that clean scent, you don't have to use dryer sheets to get any scent. You can put essential oils on here. So say you like lavender or whatever you want your clothes to smell like, citrus, whatever. You can put some on your dryer balls to give your laundry a scent. So that is all I have for you guys today. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to hang out with me. For those of you that watch this later, maybe you got caught up at work, maybe bedtime didn't go as planned. Listen, it's my life. I totally get it. Same thing happens to me. But if you would still comment that you did see the video, I'd love to enter you into winning a prize, which I give away at the end of the party. To shop, there is a pinned post in the Facebook group. If you could just click on that, that will automatically make anything that you purchase go credited right to Miss Lori. Additionally, Lori has a whole bunch of freebies that she's going to earn for having this party. If you would like to earn freebies and have me do the same thing, I do in-home parties, catalog parties, whatever it is. But Lori will tell you it's pretty simple. I set everything up and you reap the benefits, and you help your friends and family out by creating safe havens in their home, just like you're creating in yours. So thank you all for being here with me. If anybody has any questions, any very specific cleaning jobs, you can send me a picture. Hey, this is my shower. I'm totally embarrassed, but I don't know what to do. Let's talk about it. But we're going to keep the party open for a few days, and we'll get it closed probably the 1st or 2nd of August. So everybody get shopping. Ask me any questions, and thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Thank you, Lori. Have a wonderful night, guys.